Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you are watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. And welcome to your sun sign love connection readings. Today the featured sun sign is going to be Taurus. And I'm going to pick the highlighted connection, which really means, for those that are new, welcome. Always welcome, new and returning. I love everybody. It's all good. And what I do is, for the highlighted connection, I read 3 major category messages from my beautiful tarot deck. This month I've been using the Gilded. I change every month the tarot as well as the oracle messages that will be read in the decks that I use in divinations. Sometimes I'll just put one in there, just right off the bat. In fact, I'm considering doing that today because I just received a couple of other decks that I had ordered, and one of them is really, really cool. So I feel like I want to do that now that I said that. But let's see what the highlighted connection is, because, okay, we just did Aquarius yesterday. Sorry, Aquarius, I love you. I know why you're coming through, though. It's very clear. If you watch yesterday's, yeah, lots of Aquarius planet movement is going to be occurring, and air movement in general for a long, long time. Second, 3's a charm. Scorpio and Taurus. How beautiful. Did I do that last time? I don't know. It's a beautiful combination because you're polar opposites, and that's, like I've always said, the opposition is what's so attractive, and you also really help each other out to understand and grow, and I don't know. That's what relationships do in general. But those are some real important expressions and words that I can say about this relationship. But do let me check in front of you. I usually do that just before I come in. But I just got back from work, and let me say something right off the bat. I love you. I appreciate being here with you. I knew this would happen, and I'm just curious, really, if it's happening with you. But ever since, certainly Mercury, that was in retrograde, went forward. And now, without the outer planets having been retrograde for 3 and 4 months, last month and before, all forward, and now Mars that went forward, fiery, in Aries from last week, and just keeps building momentum. It's really on. I feel it, and I'm just like, okay, I just have to remember to really just take it a step at a time, because everything's happening now, right? And then we've got the holidays, which it's all good. But I find myself going, okay, let me please at least hopefully express to you the importance of just, it's all going to get taken care of, right? And it's going to happen the way it needs to happen. And I know I like that reassurance from people, so hopefully that'll give you just reminder, right? Of things obviously, but just trust me, you're not alone. And I love it, though, because I love the energy to do it. We have that, which is beautiful. It's really a lot worse when you have all these things you have to do and you just don't want to do anything. Energy is there. That's so beautiful. So last month, mid-month, we're in mid-month readings. Today is actually the 22nd of November. That's a magical number in itself. And so what we did with Taurus was Pisces. So that was a water. And then it was Taurus and Libra. So I guess I'm just thinking, and then Scorpio was Virgo, and Scorpio was Taurus, but it was a month or more ago. So we're good. Let's do it again, because this is important, obviously. We just finished Scorpio season and went into Sagittarius on the 21st, yesterday. Some people will argue it's today, so whatever makes you feel good. We're in Sagittarius season. Happy birthday, every single Sagittarius. I love you. I appreciate your energy as well, which is also part of this mix of motivation and optimism and, yeah, just wanting to make things happen. But Scorpio, Venus went into Scorpio yesterday as well. So there's a lot of passion going on, and deep intention, deep in transformational things have happened in relationships, in our lives, within ourselves. That's what Scorpio does. It goes deep, and it's a water sign, and it's very internal a lot of times. It internalizes things so that it then is able to really release things, bring things to light. Sometimes you're going to find out things from a Scorpio that are just going to shock the heck out of you, and you think it's from nowhere. No, they've been thinking about it, and it's been brewing for a while. That's that mystery part of them, right? And that's that kind of secretive part that eventually will be revealed should they choose to do so. Only the people they truly trust. They can have no better trustworthy person than a Taurus. And I know it's a general statement, but I really, really believe that earth signs like Taurus are some of the most grounded, down to earth, just sort of just steady, just calm, you know, like the person you want when you have all these things to do and you're kind of losing it and you're just like, there's that Taurus, there's that beautiful, we can take care of it, man. It's all good. You know, they just have that built into them. Patience is another word that comes to mind for Taurus. You know, maybe they have other planets in their chart that aren't so much that. That's always part of something to consider. But the Taurus personality aspect of the sun sign and their egos and everything are about these traits that are pretty darn accurate for every single sign. And if you say, well, that sign kind of reminds me of me, you may have a moon or rising or Venus in the other sign. And you're like, well, of course you're going to feel it. Also in your natal chart, every single house has the astrology wheel sign in it. So you have a little bit of everything in you. You're not just imagining that. But that's wonderful. I think that's what helps everybody get along with everybody if they want to. Love is a powerful thing. Right? Love is what conquers all. And the connections that are necessary, and especially this year, I have promised myself with this channel, first of all, to emerge and to get out. I mean, I do readings. I've done spiritual work for decades. And I've not done it to this extent or in this way. And I'm feeling really grateful that I have. I'm so thankful for you, for liking, subscribing, for supporting me. Now, the Taurus is a fixed sign, as is Scorpio. So there's that understanding of their determination with each other. They like that. It has good purpose. It's very useful when you're working together and you want to be relying on and counting on somebody to be there for you and to, you know, to not give up the first challenge that comes. No, neither of you have that kind of energy whatsoever. You're in it to win it till the end. And then you have the fact that Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is in Scorpio sign right now. So there's a real nice, beautiful, harmonious kind of lovey type feeling going on. And Venus represents money. It represents really wonderful things. And I always have to attribute Taurus as the ability as that grounded element of earth with the sensuality they have. They have the senses are really heightened. They love tasting good things. They love feeling. They love smelling good things. They love nature, natural things, you know, earth growing. And the water and earth element together are so beautiful. And they work so well together as long as it's, you know, temperate, like with all relationships. For example, earth is hard, as I always say. You can be pretty stuck and dry at times and not able to be moved, right? A little bit of a metaphor there for Taurus, and then the water comes in, right? And it helps to moisten it and to kind of help to manipulate it and to be able to plant seeds in it, to let it grow. It's not going to grow if it's too hard. And if it's overly watered, then you're going to ruin it as well. So keeping that balance, but knowing together you can just create so much on every level. So I love this relationship. Loyal to the end, and that's imperative for Scorpios. You know, they don't want to be with people they can't trust. Not for a minute. They'll sense it. They're very intuitive, very psychic. They understand the mind very well, like I say all the time. That's one of their, I think, claim to fame. They pretty much know you sometimes more than you know yourself. And that's a little frightening, but it's true. This wanted to come out, of course. But let's get on to the reading. So what do you say? And we'll do the, like I said, main 3 categories for this highlighted. And then I'm going to pick an individual card for every single zodiac sign in connection with the beautiful Taurus. Okay, so all of you, because you got tons of friends, Taurus, you're a very sociable sign too. And you know, you're mellow, but you can be outwardly an extrovert or an introvert. It really depends. A lot of times I find earth signs to be more, you know, subdued, kind of laid back, like I said, but not necessarily needing to be in the limelight. However, having said that, I have a brother who's, I think, a triple Taurus. He's been an actor his whole life, and no, he has to be in the limelight. And he has a lot of words to say. Actually, the part of the physical part that represents the Taurus other than being a bull, is the throat. So a lot of times they have beautiful voices, singing, speaking, acting. They can really, project. And they like to talk a lot. So, that can work, as long as you listen too. That's all about communication. It's talking and listening. It's imperative. And I like this for you too. So let me read to you, like I said, the 3 major categories, and I'll explain them as they go along. I turned that around, I'm sorry, thinking it was the wrong way because I don't have my glasses on. And then, oh yeah, okay. All right, well, I like what I see right off the bat. So this hopefully will resonate like right away, but don't feel badly if you don't, because sometimes it takes a while for the energies to work for you specifically, because we're all different with all different charts, and we resonate to things differently. It might happen, on Thanksgiving. That's coming up this week. Yes. Whew, I can't wait for that either. There's just, there's a lot of love and gratitude that I have in me. I'm going to be very safe though, and I hope all of you will as well. That's really key. That's really something to be grateful for, is that we're feeling well. And I send out healing, restorative energy to the world through my Reiki practice every day. And I hope you feel it. I hope it touches you. And if you're not doing well, that you heal and continue to. And the first card is overall energy for this particular connection. And it is pretty much the catalyst that leads you to this reading. And it is the beautiful Chariot. Well, that represents Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, as are you, Scorpio. But it really represents mastering your life, mastering how you feel, what you do to yourself, what you do for others, your thoughts, spirit, mind, and body, all encompassing, right? It's about traveling. It's about movement. Like I said, we are moving now, folks. It's all moving forward now. And you must be feeling that. And if you're not legitimately moving, like you may be moving to another home, maybe another business. A lot of people have shut down because of everything that's gone on this year. Finding a lesser pay, a less expensive place to work from if you're not working from home. These are the businesses end of it, the employers. Just feeling really good about whatever's transpiring. And there's this feeling of accomplishment and success. And that could definitely be in your relationship too. And knowing it didn't come easy. It's not like I'm trying to say, oh, everything is just so beautiful and hunky-dory and just everything is just, it certainly can be. And I've had moments and days like that in my life, sometimes longer. But it's knowing that you can supersede whatever comes your way, and you can make it work. You can work through the challenges and consider the obstacles opportunities kind of attitude, right? That's a big part of mastering too, your attitude of gratitude. And this is gorgeous. I like it a lot. It's obviously a beautiful, optimistic message for you. And it is a major arcana. Those are always the ones that are about real important messages that need to be sent to you. Then the second card is basically the overall possible obstacles or blessings that have come to you today and forward and then up to this point. And you have the King of Wands. Whoa. What amazing fiery energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, the things that I explained to you, all the planets being forward and being in Sagittarius season. This is him right here. This is the epitome of maturity in making things work, wanting to help others, very, very heart-centered, passionate, and very capable. So it looks as though the two of you are just feeling really motivated, whatever that is about, I don't know. It seems as though it's about something you're working on together, relationship, partnership, and work. This is not just romantic love, it's all different forms of love. And it's thumbs up, okay? And that's what's going to continue to happen. Congratulations on that. I don't see it as an obstacle at all. And you may be around somebody utilizing and helping with that who is a fire sign. You're just feeling and picking up on the incredible energies of the fire right now. I guess that makes sense too. Then the last category is the category of finances or physical, tangible things you can touch, feel, and that sustain us in this world. And you have the Four of Pentacles, so it's absolutely perfect. It is about money. It is about sustenance, our work, our families, the things that we have to have in our life. And love is a part of that. Love of money. I love money. I do. And I love it when it's there with all the things that have needed to be bought these last couple of months. I'm like, what? But I've had it. Was I thinking I'd want to spend it on that? Not particularly. This is probably a similar vibe in the sense that you see this four. That's four is stability, by the way. That's always been that, the four pillars, the four walls around us, stable, secure. So you are secure, but you're not really wanting to overspend. You want to make sure you have enough and then some, because we're not sure what's going on economy-wise in the world, and I think that's pretty prevalently spoken about, and I try to limit that information unless I hear something beautiful and it's real and true. Then I bring it on in and I light up about it and share it with you. But we're not 100% sure. And with this new full partial lunar eclipse happening on the 30th in Gemini, it's all about communication and commerce and money and actively making things happen and movement and all the things I've said are starting, but it's only going to be tenfold. In other words, what eclipses are like the full moon on steroids, and that's what's happening. And it's a beautiful one. It's an inspiring one. It's action oriented, and we need all that, right? We've had way too many setbacks and things that have stopped us from doing what we want to do. So I love that for your reading too. It's very synchronistic with everything. But this is keeping it kind of close to your chest, even if it's your relationship. There's a little possessiveness with a little of you, if you want to be completely honest. You don't want to share this relationship. You want it for yourself. And, you just have to trust and believe in each other. If you want each other, you're there for each other, right? There's long-term relations with earth signs predominantly, and I've absolutely seen this too. The Scorpio and Taurus be in relationship for years and years, whatever it is. They don't give up, they're determined. They're that stubborn part that we want in relationships. So I like this. It's something to grow on, it's not something that you can invest. Being smart, you lend it to, all the things you probably already know, because you both are very, very capable when it comes to handling your money. And Taurus is the money sign. They love luxury. They're going to do whatever they can to get that, and they generally always have it. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful messages. You deserve all of that and more. We all do. And so I'm going to move on now to the individual messages. And that will be starting with Libra, because I'm going to go clockwise. So Taurus and Libra. Yeah, very, very different. Air and earth. I love Tauruses, though. I have a lot of Taurus friends because I love they're so kind of reliable, predictable, loyal. As a client, oh my gosh, I've had them for years because they're going to be there for me, right? They like what I do, and I want to do what I can for them to the best of my ability, and they're not going to, just up and leave me now, and find someone else. That's a beautiful feeling. And, Libra and Tauruses are ruled by Venus. So that's a beautiful combination. You both understand the importance of money, of course, but love and happiness, because Venus represents all that, and feeling good, looking your best, art and culture and all the things, the senses, everything that, life has to bring us is very appealing and something that kind of is really important to both of you. Fairness, equilibrium, relationships, compromise, justice. The scales is what Libra is, so they want to see that in any kind of relationship, and they will work hard for that, and they will do their best to recognize your point of view. Pretty, strategizing in their mind. They're very much an air sign. They're the thoughts and the way that they can communicate is essential to them. And they want to communicate all the time. You two will do really well with that. I like that a lot. So your message is beautiful. The Queen of Pentacles. There we go again. And because you've got this energy from Taurus, Libra, that's going to happen. That is such a beautiful, once again, mature energy about how to handle your finances, not going crazy, but still enjoying your life, because we're not made to just work for our money. We're supposed to have some fun, and that's part of the law of attraction. Give and receive. Give and receive. People think, oh, I can't spend, because if you do spend, I almost promise you it will come back in some way, because it's just that reciprocation that's required for the law of attraction. So, and then there's that beautiful maternal kind of feminine quality, which, you know, Venus is. It's absolutely one of the most feminine, you know, signs that we have, planets, excuse me. And so, yeah, you're both feeling really, really comfortable, and you're feeling like you don't want to go anywhere. You're good. You're good with each other. You're good with what's happening. And yeah, you have what you need. So, you know, build upon that. Virgo and Taurus, love it. Both earth signs. Virgo is a mutable sign, meaning they're very adaptable and can change when the circumstances require it. I always think of it as their job. They just keep going to the next level because they worked so hard and they're so incredibly intelligent, and they're ruled by the planet Mercury, which is about our mind and our intellect and the ability to learn and expand and grow and share and help. They're great when it comes to helping others. They're usually in service fields. I've noticed this. And I just appreciate them so much because they're very, very organized and almost perfectionists about that type of thing. They understand the meaning of time and its importance. You know, it's something to value. When we have Venus in Scorpio, it's very much about valuing yourself, you know, being treated the way you want to be treated and allowing only that into your life. That's essential for me to say about Scorpio right now, and that's beautiful. Not to mention the beautiful, you know, passionate aspect and the intensity that comes with Venus in Scorpio. So that's happening for the two of you as well. And you have the Seven of Cups. So there's that Venus, like I said, influence as far as love and emotion. It's real, it's there. But this offers even more. It offers opportunities that you can work together on. Maybe not 100% sure which opportunity you want to go with. And with Neptune almost stationed direct, not quite, not until the 28th, which is always about illusion and kind of hidden facts, understandings, you know, fantasy comes into it. We don't see things clearly, right? It's our imagination, it's our creativity, all of those things which cups represent. But knowing that that's all going to clear up, and maybe just focusing on one or two desires and aspirations, because you can go the gamut, right? You can want every one of these cups. There's some beautiful offerings in here. There's peace, there's motivation with the fire, there's the olive leaf, for, you know, there's a rainbow, you know, what's over the rainbow for you? The pot of gold, right? You get the idea. But don't get too crazy about too many options, because it will kind of lessen that energy. I always say fine tune it, and you know, it would be better, I think. But just knowing you have so many options, and loving each other, and that's one of the options, and staying open about that communication, and being vulnerable to love. That's really important. I think that's what scares a lot of people, is not necessarily wanting to be vulnerable. And once you do, it's wonderful. Then we go to Leo and Taurus. Ooh, totally different. And I see it all the time. My mother and my stepfather, that's an example, but there's so many throughout 40 years of studying this. Time and time again, I've done, you know, specific assignments for myself and recognition in studies, and, you know, they just really understand each other. This came out, and I'll read it to you. Of course, it's going to be, it's another Pentacles. Leo is a fire sign. We are in, like I said, a very prominent energy with the Sagittarius season right now, which brings the optimism and the fiery energy and passion back, right? Motivation, forward thinking, just making things happen, right? And then Leo is every bit of that and more, because they are ruled by the sun. So that's all of that personified, plus their ego and their desire to really be seen and be a leader, and you know, show everyone how it's done, you know, and be the center of stage, and and maybe a great actor, because they literally have such great talents, and they're very creative, and they're very, very passionate and very heart-centered. And they have a temper at times. So, you know, that may happen with you. You got to know that and appreciate about people. Nobody's perfect. We all have our, idiosyncrasies. But they get over stuff really quickly. If anything, you're the one who will hold on, and that needs to be considered too. Because all that does is weigh us down. It's a time of forgiveness and authentic love, where we don't hold on to things that have hurt us, you know, as best we can. It's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. I fully do know that. But I have forgiven a lot to this point in my life. I'm a lot older than some and not as old as others. And it really does feel good. It took some time, right? We all have differences in that. But I digress. This is a gorgeous, powerful duo is how I like to describe it. And there's such possibilities in love and certainly in business and working together and growing, you know, ideas and initiatives and stuff. And this entrepreneurial thing or theme was really huge this year. So maybe that's what's happened. Let's see. I already put it down. I'm going to stick this back in here. I put out the Six of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so that's once again the beautiful element of coins or pentacles, which is money. Six is interesting though. It's a shared resource kind of thing. It's about giving and helping others while at the same time receiving. So maybe you're both helping each other to grow, because let's face it, maybe some things were affecting your monetary situation this year. So with the two of you together and the support and the help for the growth, it's on. This is success. And if it's not the two of you, you're going to be getting offers of money. Like maybe your car broke down and you have to spend thousands, or you have to get a new refrigerator. And I'm just kind of speaking from my own personal experiences that have happened. And I'm not sure, but I know it'll happen. I've had a couple of unexpected meditational, you know, things where I stopped and listened for some answers come through. You're getting the help. I love that. Be patient if you're thinking it's not happening just yet. It's on its way, and you may be the one doing the help. I wouldn't be surprised. You both can be extremely generous. So I hope you liked and that you resonate with the beauty of that message. Cancer and Taurus. Beautiful. Earth and water again. Like Scorpio. Just very, very different but helpful and harmonious. You know, just the elements working together. Cancer is so incredibly sensitive and caring and, you know, just, I don't know, sentimental, and they love with all their heart. They are ruled by the moon. There's that feeling that they have of understanding innately, you know, the currents of life, the phases of the moon, you know, affect all of us. And there are some when we can be incredibly creative, and some when we know when to stop, and then the new moon for the intentions to start over. All of those are well understood and felt by the emotional, beautiful, inherent gift of a Cancer. And they are a cardinal sign, so they are initiators. And Cancer initiated the season of summer. And, you know, with Scorpio, Venus being in Scorpio, it's very, very complementary to all water signs. So things are working for you guys right now. And if they weren't, they are, and they're going to. Watch and see, you know, this is beautiful times. And, you know, there's times that Cancer just needs to be by themselves. Do not take it personally, please. They have a lot on their plate a lot of times. They're very involved with family and the ones they love. They hold them dearly. They'll do anything for them, and that's you included. If you're not that love of their life, you are the family, and they will be there for you. Just allow them time for downtime sometimes, you know, and to kind of reset like we've all had to do this year. Your message is, my goodness, it's the Page of Pentacles. So lots of money, lots of emotion. And the Page is a more youthful energy. It's a naivete, I would say. Maybe the beginning of this relationship. Maybe information that's coming in that's brand new, you're not even really sure of, or ideas that are just starting to percolate, right? And you're just formulating them, but you're liking it. It's feeling like it's going to really add to your, you know, prosperity. And nothing wrong with that. And it could be about a child always, you know. Maybe you're helping to support a child, or you're thinking about a child. Maybe you want to set money aside because now is the time. Why put it off anymore, right? Or you're going to have a child. Plain and simple. Congratulations if that's the case. I always get excited. I do prenatal massages as well, and it's really exciting, the before, during, and then after. It's amazing. It's a miracle, right? So yeah, if you're not sure, but you might be thinking, just be aware that it might be very fertile time for you as well. And so, yeah, I love that. And then we have a Gemini and Taurus. This is also seen all the time. You're right next to each other on the zodiac wheel. So air and earth, boy, it's so different and yet really helpful to each other. Like I said, when we have differences from another, they can help fill us in that way and teach us and ground us for sure, because well, you have the air element of Gemini, you have the duality personality, so it's up and down sometimes. You're not 100% sure who you'll meet that day, but they're fun, they're loving, they're very fair-minded, they want to help as many people as possible, they care about their thoughts and how they communicate. That's like number one for them. They want to share and teach and, write in any way they can communicate. And you love that too, because like I said, you could definitely have some really decent dialogue or work on a podcast together. Well, who knows? I mean, the possibilities are limitless, but you do have the lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse in your sign, Gemini. So some changes are coming. They're imminent. And sometimes they're super fast and unexpected, and sometimes they take some time, but every eclipse can last 6 months to a year. So prepare yourself for some beautiful illumination in the area of communication and verbalizing and speaking and sharing and truth-seeking and clarity. And, Mercury is your ruling sign as well, Gemini. So yeah, it's very much about just all of that, work and commerce and connections, networking, building together. And you have the Four of Cups. Okay, so this is one of those cards that I kind of have a few different feelings about, but it is about feeling right off the bat. It is a cup. That's the water, right? That's the feeling part of us. Now, yes, air signs are detached. We're more in our mind. We don't want to get too emotionally involved when we're thinking. It might cloud our decision making and our strategies and our logical way of looking at stuff. When it comes to emotion, logic just goes out the window. Let's be real. It's just what happens. And you have the beautiful earth aspect and the calm, capable element with Taurus. But this is, you have cups and they're there and they've been there and you're happy. You have a lot. You feel gratitude. You feel appreciative. You feel emotionally, connected, but there's just something maybe missing, or there's some other idea it's like you see coming from the clouds that you're not necessarily aware of yet. It's coming in and it's going to make that 3 the 4, which is the stability again. Okay, and never to forget that if you really, really look, no matter how maybe you may feel lacking or a sense of not enough, I guess, to put it simply. It's always there. There's always so much to be grateful for. There's always so much miraculous abundance happening in every aspect of our life. And it sounds a bit much, but it's not. Just to be here with you and to be breathing and to be okay is more than I could ever ask for. And it's happening, right? Never to be taken advantage of. So it's reminding us to also recognize and appreciate our love for each other and not to be taken for granted. And, really expressing that, I think, is important. Don't forget to say I love you every day. It's really important. Don't just think because you said it once, especially some of us, we need it all the time, we want it. It's nice. We don't need it, but it's nice. Just do it. It won't hurt, I promise. Little word to the wise, right? Then Aries and Taurus. Also very different. We have, once again, fire and earth. So yeah, very different, very strong, very capable. Aries is number 1. Aries is confident. Aries is the beginning of the spring. Aries is a cardinal sign. They always initiate. They don't know any other way. And you love their confidence. And you appreciate that, because you are confident and they are a cardinal sign, you're a fixed sign. You have great confidence. but you really kind of dig how they're just outward about it. You know, they're just like in your face almost sometimes, right? Like it or not, this is what I believe, and it's coming forth from an honest place, a caring place, a youthful, childish kind of place, you know? Because kids will say things, anything, right? And they don't have filters, and I think that's the case with a lot of Aries, but I love them. I do, because it's so real. So I feel good about the two of you. I feel like something's in the mix with this beautiful fire energy with that Aries, and with Aries having gone forward, Mars going forward, Aries is doing well. They're feeling really good. It's perking up, boy. So, you know, if you've been patient with Aries because they've been feeling a little sad about how things just were not moving forward, it's on now. Queen of Swords. So there you go. All about the communication again. The very, very strong influence for all of us in the Gemini lunar eclipse, which is about communication and truth-seeking. And when it comes to the air signs and the swords, it's just like cutting through anything that isn't real. And that's very attractive to both of you. You don't want to hear anything that doesn't make sense. You're really actually making a point of avoiding that. I think a lot of us are. It was way too confusing and too controversial. What was real, what wasn't, that's going to be made really clear for you. I like that a lot. And then there's that feminine quality to it, which only means it's more about an understanding not only from the outer part of our lives, but internally. And feeling really good about what we believe our soul is expressing to us as a partnership, individually as well. Pisces and Taurus, yeah. Water and earth. Pisces is beautiful. I read for Pisces, 2 days ago? Last sign of the zodiac. Unfortunately, they get read the last as far as the feature, but I love Pisces, and I love their deep, deep emotional feelings, their sensitivity, their caring, their selfless desire to help, you know, without anything in return. Most of the times, this is general, but I believe that about them. They want peace. They want love. They love love. They're in love with love. They will cater to you, Taurus, so help me, they will. And they too are very, very creative and very capable of many artistic endeavors, which is where that beautiful connection with Venus, which is what you love. You love art and culture and all those things. They're mutable. They're very changeable. You're going to find that out, just like with Gemini. They're both mutable. They're adaptable, and they kind of want to go with the flow. They don't like confrontation, you know, and nor do you, Taurus. It takes a lot, but once you get mad, look out. You don't want to be in the room. Let's just put it that way. And there's a moodiness with Gemini, like with Pisces. But you got to figure they're taking on a lot. They feel so much. They're very psychic, and they understand the energies of everybody. They feel the pain that others feel, literally. A lot of them are very, very empathic. And that's draining. So they need that time to be alone. They need that time to reset, I guess, you know, reinvigorate themselves. And you want that for them. You do. And they can be very, very taken back or impressionable about the harshness in the world. It hurts them a lot. So with your support and your grounded energy, you can make sure that they feel that love from you, and you can let them recognize that you got everything it takes and what you need. We're all enough. And you have it's upside down, luckily. The Three of Swords. Well, that's definite hurt. That's emotional hurt. It's communication that had come by that you heard. It's a past hurt. Swords to the heart. How much more vivid can it be? You know, your heart's been broken. And I don't know what this is about. I honestly don't think it's you. This is upside down. So it's lessened, it's past, but you're keeping your guard up. I will say that. There's a little bit of maybe mistrust right now still. You're building that up. You want to trust. You both want to. I'm not sure which one it's coming from specifically. It's a past situation, and you will get through it, but you need to recognize in this present moment, this connection you have, this person is not the person that hurt you before. And if they have little things that trigger you and remind you, just know, no, that's me. I need to sit on this and realize that I can heal. And I do love this person, and I want to keep this relationship going and to let go and move as forward as best you can, because healing is different for everybody. Grieving is a situation we're all going through this year on some level. So yeah, just just really, really, you know, listening and being there for each other is a very important thing, because there's been a lot of hurt happening, and you know what I'm speaking of. So yeah, that's an important one. So I feel like you two are needing to hear that message, and you got what it takes to be there for each other. Aquarius and Taurus. Now Aquarius is the the air sign. Excuse me. There's that air and earth, very different, both fixed signs. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the planet of unpredictability, science, futuristic things, you know, movement, forward thinking, unpredictable, untraditional, unconventional. Completely different than this year's and many years prior, by the way, with a lot of the planets in Earth. Capricorn to be exact. So yeah, there's new things on the horizon, and it could very well be amazing things in technology that we already are seeing, but it's only going to get better and more advanced, and we're going to utilize it as a global situation. And then things scientifically with, let's say, for example, the vaccine, very much a part of this. Yeah, there's some really good things. I feel like the two of you are working on something, and when it comes to an Aquarius, they're all about big organizations, leadership with big groups, you know, like I said, worldly things. They are the water barrier. They want to feed and provide water for all equally. They're very much about truth and fairness and justice. They're very sociable and friendly and caring, and they're kind of detached with the air quality once again, very much in the mind, very focused on how they can make changes and communicate that in ways that people can understand and that will, you know, gravitate and resonate with them. Always wanting to learn, you know, and the two of you can really, really help each other. There's great depth of love and passion here. And you have the Three of Wands. This is so gorgeous. There's that fiery Sagittarius season kind of energy and growth, and really doing well with what you're doing, and really focusing on exactly how big you want it to be. You see the ships in the background, because you're not talking small. This is nothing small. This is bigger than you might even imagine. But you did use your imagination to even start this, and together you're going to really have something huge should you decide to do this. You've got the beautiful energy starting things with the, you know, the transformational aspect of certainly Venus and Scorpio. Digging deep, making sure you're really focusing on the success you want, nothing small, reaching for the stars. Yeah, actually the star is representative, the Tarot card, the star is representative of Aquarius too. Really believing and just focusing and manifesting in their truths and their strongest dreams and desires. I love that for you. That's fabulous. And then Capricorn and Taurus, once again, beautiful energies, both earth. Capricorn's hardworking. Capricorn is very reliable and very much about success and just climbing that ladder, you know, leadership, authority, that's what they thrive for, and they do accomplish it with their ruling planet of Saturn, which is in Capricorn, as well as Jupiter this year for them. Expansion, luck, opportunities, good things, good relationships, just feeling better if you've been ill, just all this special beauty that comes and help that comes to you during a year like this particularly, but with Jupiter in their sign. Something feels really good for the two of you. You are working on something, and it's going to build, and it's going to continue to build. When you have Jupiter in your sign, whatever you accomplish or think about making occur, like manifestations, it will happen for 12 years after until it comes back into your sign. So no holds barred here. You're both determined like nothing else, and you're not giving up. You have the sun, of course you do. The brightest, one of the best energetic cards in the deck. Beauty, energy, light, sun. And when it was coming in the room today, I thought, oh my gosh, that feels so good. I love rain, but the sun is just, it just helps us to grow and to achieve and to feel better, to feel that energy, to feel that motivation, you know? That's fantastic. I knew it. I felt like something was really brewing with the two of you. So I would love to know, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like and share and help me build this community. It only takes a moment, and then push that notification bell, because I never know when they're going to upload. It did take till after 9 for my video to upload. Like I said, Mars went forward, and I have a Aries moon, so I had a lot of setbacks and a lot of changes and a lot of retrograde aspects happening. And I know it's moving forward. I've been able to upload. A couple days I couldn't upload at all. It's still slow, and I think it'll be complete. The shadow period will be pretty much done by mid-December, which happens to be the next eclipse. So just hanging in there, man. And then you have Sagittarius, which is the season we're in. So there's that beautiful, positive, optimistic, fiery, motivated sign. And it works for you, Taurus. You know, you want to be around that. It rubs off on you. You know, you might get a little sudden, you know, you could be dark at times. You could be just, you know, moody because you want to, you know, make more money, you know. I don't know. We all have moods, right? Well, Sagittarius will snap you right out of that and bring you some adventure in your life, you know, and get you out of that rut, if you will, and help you build that beautiful garden that you're so good at and eat those vegetables and fruits and things that you love. They love taking care of themselves. They love exercise. They'll get you out in an exercise routine. It could be small. You don't have to go crazy. Nothing better than helping yourself and health-wise this year to really build that immunity right now. And, you know, Sagittarius is mutable. They are ruled by Jupiter. All about that optimism. They shoot that arrow. They're half man, half horse. They love to travel. They're the freedom sign. And then when they shoot that arrow, they do shoot for the stars. And they accomplish what they want. Trust me on that. Higher learning, philosophical ideas and things come to mind. Great conversations can come between the two of you. Ooh, you have the 5 of Wands. Yes, it makes perfect sense. Movement, agitation, fire, you know, controversial. I mean, these things happen. They're not always negative. This is what you need to stir things up, to make things happen. I mean, I know that with retrograde happening in Aries, you know, Mars and Aries retrograde, it slowed them down to where they're like, okay, I'm ready. What do you got going, man? And that's with Sagittarius too. They are a fellow fire signs. So it doesn't have to be bad, but it is challenge at times, and it is working through things, and it's change. That's what 5s represent. So yeah, you're not really affected by this, and a lot of it's outside too. I always know that with this. This is other people, gossip, you know. Well, you know what's going on in the world. I don't want to talk about that, but that's all about that. So don't let it interfere with you. You don't have to, okay? If you want to have a decent debate about something, that's healthy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this is about really now getting things moving, because that's been too long. And that's what the wands represent. And then, of course, you're back at Scorpio. So we're finished with the individual messages, and I truly hope, and I love, and mostly money, Taurus. Surprising? Probably not. It's good. There's emotion there. There's truth, and there's communication, and yeah, vulnerability, you know, feeling your emotions and sharing those with those that you love. You're deep and caring, compassionate people, Taurus. I love you. And so I'm going to read to you I'm going to pick your specific Psychic Tarot of the Heart card for all Tauruses. Dear Spirit, please pick a beautiful message that resonates specifically for Tauruses and all their beautiful connections in love. And something that'll really, really help them to continue to motivate themselves and lift them up and encourage them and bring them to new heights. Awaiting results. Okay. Well, like I said, you know, we do have things moving forward, but we still have answers we're waiting on. And you're patient. I feel like there's been a lot of people in the last month or so. It's been a good time, really. And yes, Thanksgiving included. You're going to kind of take it easy. You're going to rest. You're going to really retreat and take this time, because it's not going to be available to you. You're going to be hitting the ground running, Taurus. You're going to continue to probably been working this whole year anyway. I'm honestly, I think a majority of you have. There's that beautiful tree of life coming from the ground up, which is the earth element that you are, always willing to grow and to transform and to improve your life and live the luxury that you choose. but you're awaiting something. So let's read and see what that says. And it's 7. 7 is working through difficulty. 7 is a lucky number for many, many people. And I consider it an angelic number as well, because it's kind of spiritually guided. So 7 is move. Keywords: act, direct, master, discipline, focus, and effort. Got all those and then some. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Interesting. Take advantage of many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. And it says awaiting results. You put that out and then you wait and see. Okay. Excuse me. You're the master of your destiny, always. And that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. Well, listen, I know a lot of Tauruses definitely don't have a problem with that. So you're already ahead of the game. Just a loving, kind reminder for those that are a little more, reserved, because they're out there too. Affirmation: I take charge of my relationships. And interestingly enough, I love this. The traditional tarot archetype for this message is the Chariot. That was the first one you got. Your beautiful featured or highlighted connection with Scorpio. Take charge, man. Mastering. You've got this. Don't second guess yourself, whatever you do. And then I'm going to finish with, what I said I was going to add another one. Let's do a motivational manifesto card, which I love. It came yesterday. Brendan Burchard. I'm just going to pick one, and it's just about that. It's a simple word or a phrase that just really kind of, you can call it your mantra and just say it over and over and over again so that you can feel good if your thoughts aren't in line with what you're wanting. Okay, that's a very important aspect of the law of attraction. Thinking and feeling the same are essential to manifest what you want. Owning this life truth is freeing. I am not in charge of or responsible for the wrecks others have created, in their lives. And I do not need to save everyone in my life, right? I mean, you can help anybody in as much or as little as you want, but you're not responsible. And it's a freeing realization once you recognize that. And I think you probably want to take on more than you really need to on a regular basis. I love that for you. I'm very glad that I picked that. I hope that hits home and you can really understand why that was chosen for you. And last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation card. Visualizing and feeling exactly what I said, that life you want. You work hard, this should be no sweat for you whatsoever. So what can I bring out for beautiful Tauruses in this wonderful day of November 22nd, 2020? I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Hallelujah for that, because fear is not going to help us whatsoever. We all have it, but it's exactly what we don't want when we want to manifest. And it is a habit. When things come up, I'm like, stop it as soon as it comes in. Think of love, and it will totally heal so many things in your life. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being you, and I really, truly hope you're doing well, and we'll have a beautiful holiday. Come on back, okay? I'll be here every day. You may want to see another sign, because I pick individual, every single zodiac sign with connection with the featured sign every day. So come back as often as you'd like. I would love that. But let me know, okay? Because that really helps a lot, and I truly appreciate it. So until next time, be well and thank you. Bye for now.